All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Eric Barber here, and I am joined with the great Hatch Wiseguy.
What up, what up?
We are on the heels of his new album, Dirt and Diamonds.
Yes, sir.
So, Hatch, how we doing today, man?
Feeling blessed, man. Everything's working hard, you know what I'm saying? Trying to deserve what I desire, you know?
Yeah.
Appreciate the interview, bro.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. So, yeah, I mean, this project, you gave me a little early listening. It sounds crazy. 14 tracks.
Yep.
Absolutely beastly. You got, Marv 1 on it, King Crooked, 38 Special, Astray, Foul Mouth on a couple of the beats.
Yep. Got Paradigm.
Yeah. So how about, you talk about the journey it took to create this project for yourself?
Yeah, man. I've been putting out singles for years, so this album, like a full album, has been a long time coming. I haven't done that in a long time. And I just knew it was like time to just go big or go home, man. I've done a lot in my career, brush shoulders with a lot of legends and things like that. And I was like, this album's gonna be a statement. We're gonna have the best talent. I'm pulling a lot of strings to make this happen. Some of my best artist friends, best producer friends, and things like that. And just really wanted to make a big impact with this and make a lot of noise, and just let people know I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also trying to kind of stake my flag in the ground as one of the best lyricists in this kind of boom bap genre, you know what I mean? And just really keeping it boom bap this time around. I've done a lot of everything, but I'm sticking to what I'm best at,
Yeah. No, that's sweet. And where does the album name come from?
Dirt and Diamonds is kind of like, I kind of look at it like the yin and the yang, like the good and the bad, the balance, the good times, the bad times. It's a well-rounded body of music. So I wanted to kind of just give you the full story. Like here's the glory, here's the the tough shit, the fun shit, that, and then you got a lot of introspective, personal songs. I'm dropping some gems and some knowledge a little bit on some of them. You know what I mean? So you're kind of getting like the full spectrum. So it's my life, dirt and diamonds, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. And so that's a great concept. That's actually what I figured, because some of them are like real pretty and some of them are grimy, like Yikes, probably one of the dirtier ones, and
Definitely.
I'd say Leapfrog is a diamond.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So for you, which two songs are like the most emblematic of like the dirt and the diamond on that project?
That's a great question. As far as the diamonds, I definitely will say a song called Seeing is Believing, which is really just me kind of giving, I feel like I got a lot of knowledge that I could offer, and it doesn't really come across in my music. I listen to a lot of like self-improvement type of audio books and things like that, and I'm like, man, I got a lot of things that would help people, but I don't really portray it as much in my music as I could. So I'm like, seeing is believing. That's like real, like law of attraction type of vibe, real like, what I'm saying, just positive, keeping the faith and things like that. So that's definitely a diamond. I would say, like you said, Leapfrog is one. I got a song that's kind of both. It's kind of, well, you know what? I'll say this. There's a song called Make You Proud, which is kind of both. It's like talking about how I came up in my life, but then at the end of it is like, I'm going to give it away a little bit, but the whole thing is like, out of all this messed up stuff I got going on and how crazy my life is, all I really just want to do is just make my mom proud, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. If I could just accomplish that and really know I did, you know what I mean? And she says she is, but I need to really know it. You know what I'm saying? So that's to me is a diamond. There's a gem in that, those are some of them. And then the dirt, like you said, Yikes is definitely one. The one with Bizarre called We Outside, that's definitely some dirty, grimy shit, some tough shit. The intro, it's called To Whom It May Concern. That's definitely grimy and it's dirt, But I think a lot of the songs got both. I think every song has a little something you could learn about me personally in the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tight, man. And, for that great feature selection, I mean, for one, I will say that it kind of all feels like very intentional with all of these artists. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, this guy's got a wave, like this guy's viral, let me throw him on. It seems like, you're genuinely fans of these artists and, there's a relationship there.
Definitely got respect for these guys, yeah.
So how did you select features for, each song on your project?
That's a great question, man. The one with King Crooked, I would say, was kind of like just by chance. I was in the studio with my guy Aunt G, came up with this hook, and the beat was kind of West Coast sounding, and I was already planning to go to LA the following week, and I just put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, wait a minute, my Crook would be perfect for this. And you know, Crook and I have had a great relationship for years. We've toured together, done a lot of shows together, and music together in the past too. So I was like, let me reach out to the homie one time and see if he'll pull this together for me real quick. And he's such a solid dude, man. He, you know, with very little notice, he knocked the verse out, and I pulled up on him, shot the video. Horseshoe Gang came out, got some cameos, so it was definitely a gem for me, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, 38 Special, another guy I've been building a relationship with for some years. You know, anytime he comes to Detroit, anything he needs in Detroit, he knows he can reach out to me, and we're gonna put something together for him. Bizarre was somebody who closely works with Foulmouth, who's been a friend of mine since I was a teenager. So, you know, that worked out too. That was just like a no-brainer thing, just being in the same circles. Paradigm, he's definitely a Detroit legend, man, who's, you know, kind of in the generation before me, that it seemed right to not only pay that homage, but also I got a lot of love for him, and it was cool to link with him. It's like some people were really excited about that because we're like 2 generations of this hip hop coming together, you know what I'm saying? And in a big way, I just think, you know, it needed to happen. It needed to happen, man. So I definitely was handpicking these guys, you know, who fit this boom bap style too, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, speaking of Paradigm, my actual, like, favorite song on the album is actually Pop Off, right?
Nice,
like,
okay.
Like, that hook that Astray does, like, were you going down, down, down?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and your verse too, right? I feel like the way you come into that verse, I don't have the lyrics in front of me, but it's like, I take your bitch and I flip her and play her like Nintendo Switch. Something like that.
Yeah, bend your bitch. Yeah. Play her like Nintendo Switch. Everybody loves that bar.
Yeah, it comes off like really organically, man. And
that bar is the whole reason that whole song happened. That was a freestyle where I was at my man Reno's house and that beat came on. I'm like, man, I just got this beat. This shit's hard. And he had a Nintendo Switch sitting there, and I'm just rhyming, and I'm rhyming about shit in the room. And the first time I'm like, I'll bend your bitch, play it like Nintendo Switch, and I point to and everybody, the way they reacted, I was like, I gotta use that. That's not even that crazy to me, but it's something about it that people love that line, and that just started the whole song. I'm like, you know what, let's go. You know,
I agree.
Took it from there. And
I think it's the delivery of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Put Stray on the hook, and then my man Pat heard it at Foulmouth Studio, and he was like, You don't have a second verse? He called Paradigm on the spot. You gotta get on this. We sent it to him. He was like, consider it done. So he sent it back quick, and the rest is history, man.
I mean, that's actually cool because Paradigm doesn't do a lot of work right now either. From that older generation.
He's been showing me love, man, for a long time. Salute to Dime, man. Really happy to have him a part of the project. It was a long time coming. And like you said, man, he don't always pop out for everybody. So the fact that he showed up for me showed me that he's got love and respect for me, man, and I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And, you know, I can tell that you're like a huge video guy as well, right? Like all your singles so far have had very unique and stylized videos. I know you got Real Speech.
Real Speech Films, yeah.
Right. So how does like kind of video play into your, artistry?
I think in 2025 or 2026, depending on when this comes out, I think now, let me reframe it. I think nowadays it's so important to have video content, man, and that's the name of the game, especially how social media is going. And me being a guy who has passion for film, it just makes sense, you know what I mean? I've invested in enough equipment to be able to run my own productions when it comes to film. And I love doing it, man. I love being a part of the editing process. I love being on camera, behind the camera, all that. It's an art in itself, you know, and I consider myself an artist, a visual artist, and a music artist. So I definitely had to pull all this together. And like I said, I'm trying to go big or go home. So if I'm going to do songs with 38 Special and King Crooked, I got to get the video. I got to get the video, and the fans are going to be hype about the video. And it's just going to leave a legacy. I'm a big legacy guy, you know? Yeah,
for sure. I think, you know, obviously, like, you know these guys all pretty well. Like, I saw, like, King Crooked, like, you know, you guys have had work published since, like, 2016 maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've been known. Yeah, it's almost 10 years.
Yeah, no doubt. But I think right now people kind of assume the world of hip hop is all male-in verses. So I think just that framing of seeing like you and Spesh together is like, okay, like,
yeah, it's official. It's official.
And even guys who do mail-in verses and stuff, they won't, like, they'll have a price for a feature, but they won't come out to actually do something.
Right. That's why this is so big to me. It means a lot, man. People really showed up for me, man. And like, I've been working hard for a long time, and I think people recognize that. And I've built a quality brand when it comes to the songs, the videos, the covers, everything. You know what I mean? I take my craft really serious, and I think people recognize that. So, luckily, I'm able to pull these things together, man. And I'm just blessed, man. I couldn't be more happy about it.
No doubt, love it. And one other verse that I was really curious about was like, I don't eat meat, but my crypto staking.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, man. I've been into crypto since 2017, man. I've hit some licks. Trying to get on my business game too. I'm trying to come up in this world like everybody else. So I invested in crypto early. Got a great price on some Bitcoin.
Yeah, and, there you go.
It's been diamond hands ever since. If you know anything about crypto, I got diamond hands, man. I've definitely scooped some cream off the top through the years, but I'm trying to have a little nest egg for the future,
Oh, okay, yeah, hell man. Yeah, man. No, that is super dope, man.
I do eat meat now. I was a vegetarian for 7 years.
At the time.
So at the time, I wasn't eating meat, and I was like, oh, I ain't eating meat, but my crypto's staking, right?
Yeah, that's heat.
But yeah, man. Back to eating meat right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, what prompted that? I mean, what even prompted for the vegetarianism?
Just learning about health, and trying to be a self-improvement type of person, and realizing I didn't know anything about health for a very long time. And I'm looking back at my previous life, and I'm like, bro, like, I ate so much bullshit. I've consumed so much. I mean, from whether it's the liquor and the weed, or it's the Taco Bell and the root beer, you know what I mean, and the orange soda, whatever, Starburst, all that shit. And I'm just like, man, I got to clean up. I want to live a long, healthy life. And I also learned that you think better, more clear when you eat healthy, and you're happier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, well, why would I not optimize for the best life? So let me make some changes, and I gave up pop, I gave up candy, I gave up a lot of things. And then I gave up pork and beef, and I was only eating turkey and chicken. And then it was like, all right, I'm just going to give up the meat, So I kind of flushed my system for a while, and I went to Costa Rica, and I was like, all right, I'm going to start eating meat again, 'cause they got the real food. And I hate going on vacations and business trips and not being able to eat on the go properly. You can only eat so many noodles and fries and dumb, I started eating the wrong shit. I'm eating French fries and carbs too much, and I was like, I ain't doing it right. So I'm eating, chicken and turkey mainly now again,
Okay, that's tight.
Still trying to keep it clean and lean,
There you go. Yeah, nothing wrong with that,
For real.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and this guy's on a couple of your songs on the album, and I noticed that he's probably been the artist that you've had the most long-standing collaboration with is Astray. Right?
Yeah, my bro.
Yeah, and how did that relationship form? And I guess double, why him for so many of the songs on the album?
So I met him in, gosh, I don't know what year it was, but it's been probably over a decade, I'd say I've known him. I was actually a fan of his work before we met. Somebody put me onto one of his albums when I was a teenager. And I was like, man, this motherfucker really can spit. And like, he can sing. He's got good beats. He's got good songwriting. I was really like, I admired his talents. And I went to a show at the Token Lounge, and he got on stage, and I didn't even recognize him. And they were like, he got off stage, give it up for my man Astray. I was like, oh shit, that's that. So I went and hollered at him. I'm like, listen, bro, trust me, you and I are like one and the same. We do the same type of shit. Like, we have the same skill sets. We kind of have the same vibe going on. So, whatever I said to him, he definitely took it serious, and he checked me out immediately, and he texted me like, bro, we got to do some shit.
Yeah.
So we've had a great working relationship through the years. We got tons of music together. So yeah, I think it's just we understand how each other rhyme with the multi-syllabics, if you know what that is, you know, and
yeah.
we do the same stuff and we work really well, man. And we grown to be really good friends over the years. So it was a no-brainer to have him a part of it. But some of it was just like, man, I didn't plan on having you on another song, but we gotta put this one on the album last minute, you know. But I'm just blessed to be able to work with talented people, man, for real.
Yeah, no, that's super dope. And you know, getting into your, you know, wider career, you know, how did you hop into rapping?
Man, that's a great question. I've always been a creative. As a kid, I would make like, I would have like this little tape recorder and I would record like stories. I'd make up stories and things. I would draw. You know, I like to dance, bro. I was a big fan of like Michael Jackson growing up and things like that, watching the TV and mimicking him, you know, as a child and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I started, without even really knowing what I was doing, I was making raps.
Okay.
They were like little, like damn near like nursery rhymes almost. Like,
yeah.
I just like to be creative, and I always really loved music. You know, that was my thing always, but I didn't know I wanted to rap. And one day I heard a group called Onyx.
Okay.
A song called Slam. And it changed my life. I was just like, what was that? Now I knew, you know, when I was growing up, it was like kind of lighthearted rap. It was like you had, you know, I'm a kid, so I'm catching wind of MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, and you know, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, you know,
yeah.
like little just mainstream, you know, no disrespect, you know, I got a lot of respect for those guys, but you know, I wasn't into the hardcore. I didn't catch wind of it as a child, but when Onyx caught my ear, that changed everything, and I started realizing I had a real love for this type of music, and I had to be a part of it. And I was writing raps, and you know, Puff Daddy and Mace and Biggie was my shit, and
yeah,
you know, I started really diving in, and just, you know, then I'm learning about Bone Thugs, Nas, AZ, Eminem comes out.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like understanding these guys are better than these other guys, that some of these other guys that rap, they're rhyming way different. They're, you know, and I start getting into the art of the craft and just being like, I want to rhyme really. I want to be one of the best at this craft of rhyming. That's my shit. Like, if it wasn't for the punchlines and metaphors, similes, and the syllables, I wouldn't even rap, bro. Like,
yeah,
I take this as fine art, man. High level rap. That's what I do, and I pride myself in that. And that's why I handpick some of these features too, man. These guys are high level rap. Nobody on my album is a slouch. Like, they all rap their ass off, man. And you know, I'm trying to be in good company, you know, and keep up with the best. I want to show the world, yeah, I'm rhyming with the best people and I'm holding my own. And I belong here and recognize what this is, you know? And I say that confidently, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, man, that I had to be a part of hip hop, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Love it. And where does the name Hatch Wiseguy come from?
It's a funny story, man. It's similar to when you hear about like Jadakiss and the Locks. They used to be the Warlocks, and they shortened it to the Locks. Same story with me when I was a child. You know, I'm literally a child. I'm talking prepubescent. And I went by Hatchet.
Yeah.
And very soon I realized that would get mixed up with the ICP world and the acid rap, which I wasn't, and which I also got respect for, but I wasn't. That wasn't my genre. And I'm like, Hatchet just don't. That sounds kind of corny for an artist name. You know what I mean? But everybody, and including myself, would call myself Hatch for short. And in my rhymes, I'd say Hatch. And, you know, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go with Hatch. And my first album was Wiseguy. That was the album name. So it was Hatch, album title Wiseguy, which soon became kind of my moniker, like Eminem, Slim Shady, Hatch, Wiseguy, things like that. You know, every rapper got a couple names, you know what I mean? Jadakiss, you got, you know, Kiss of Death, Al Qaeda, Jada, like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I'm like, I'm the Wiseguy, that's my shit. And through the years, I've realized a lot of people called themselves Hatch. Bands, other rappers. It was getting mixed up. It was hard to search my music, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take the Wiseguy moniker and just add it to my name.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
Ever since, man, everything's been up. That was a really smart business move for me. So, you know, Hatch Wise Guy's here now.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, no doubt, man. And not to stereotype you or anything, but
here it comes. Here it comes.
No. Yeah, right. So something that did go viral like last month was they did the white rapper Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
And I'd really we've gotten a lot of takes, but not from a lot of other white rappers.
Okay.
So I'd love to get your take on the white rapper.
Man,
Mount Rushmore.
it's so tough because there's only 4 slots, and there's so many people that could be honorable mention. But I'll just base this strictly off of like innovation and impact.
Yeah.
Not saying these are my favorites or anything. I'm not trying to pick favorites or none of that, but you have to start with Beastie Boys to me.
Okay.
You can't skip over them. They opened the door. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. And they're legends, man. The guys, you can't take shit away from them. Gotta say Eminem, of course, and that's not just a Detroit bias. The guy flipped the world upside down 3, 4, 5 times in a row.
Yep.
To me, the best lyricist ever. That dude has made me hit rewind on a song more than any other rapper in history. That's my opinion. I'm gonna go. This gets controversial here. I will say Yellow Wolf because he kind of, I don't know if he was the first one, maybe Bubba Sparks or Haystack kind of started the Southern rap thing, but Yellow Wolf, I think, took that shit to a whole nother level. He birthed a whole gang of white boys that do South shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my thing really, but you can't sleep on all the artists that are eaten based off the blueprint he created. So and he brought a whole new element to this shit. So I'm gonna put Wolf in there. And I think I gotta say Russ, man.
Okay, yeah.
Russ don't sleep on Russ, man. That dude is a super legend. His debut album is platinum, maybe multi, I don't know. He made all the beats and he mixed all the songs and he wrote everything. This dude can sell out 10,000 people anywhere on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, Russ is the truth, and his catalog is extensive, and he drops gems for upcoming artists, man. You can't... Russ is a special cat, bro. So I'm going to put Russ on there, man, and I know that's going to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, that boy's not to be played with, man. So I'm going to say, yeah, Beasties, M, Wolf, Russ.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. The only one that I feel like people kind of have built in are like M and Mac Miller, actually.
Now, see, that's what I was going to say. Honorable mention, of course, Mac, man. Mac is somebody I unfortunately kind of appreciated late. When he first came out, he was like a younger guy, and it didn't really appeal to me. He was kind of doing... He wasn't as mature, you know what I mean? But he grew to be a really fucking special artist, man. And it sucks that he had to pass so early because I know he had so much more to offer. But he's definitely a legend, man. And a whole generation has grown up on his music.
Yeah.
Mac is great, man. And you got, so many people. Paul Wall, Bubba Sparks, I'll say Bubba too, man. And then you got, of course, like the Atmosphere, Slug and those guys in the underground. I mean, there's so many. MC Search, there's so many to mention, man. But it's tough. I'm not good at picking Mount Rushmores, man.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. No, I like that 4 though, the one that you had.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
I think that's solid, man.
Yeah,
I think they all deserve it.
Yeah, and you're really tapped into Detroit. Been a staple, man. So
thank you.
Who do you like to listen to in the city?
I'm definitely a boom bap guy, though I'm eclectic, but as far as that boom bap stuff, man, I'm a super fan of Royce da 5'9", man.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to go to Heaven Studios, his studio, and do a cypher over a beat he produced. Shout out Kid Vicious. That was dope for me, man, just to loosely be able to kind of work with Royce indirectly, somewhat. So I definitely, Royce, man, is like the fucking GOAT to me. Boldy James I'm into right now. Last few years, man, he's been on a super hot streak, and he raps his ass off. Excuse me. Definitely, definitely the guys I've worked with on the album, Marv, Paradigm, Astray. But there's another side of hip-hop that, the street element, kind of, I guess they're called the street rappers in Detroit. And some of these guys rap their ass off, bro.
No doubt.
It's just, it might not be, the boom bap heads, that might not be their style of beats and things like that, but man, like you can hear Sada's got some bars. You can hear T Grizzly's got some bars. You can hear I mean, there's so many people. Cash Kid has bars. You know, there's so many cats that even Babytron has bars.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
so I got appreciation for those guys too, man. But Detroit, we breed MCs, man.
Yeah.
We don't mumble rap here. We rap. We got lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that being a part of that culture, I think, is what pushed me to be the rapper I am, man. I came up looking up to battle rappers who got to have punchlines and shake the room and get those reactions. So I've always prided myself on that, man. But yeah, man, I shout out to the whole Detroit, man. And Flint. Oh, I'm gonna throw John Connor out there, man. And Flint, he's one of the best in the world, bro. That's my guy too. Him and I've been working on some music too. Stay tuned. We got some serious heat.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I love it. I even like NF, man. He's way out there. I think it's from Gladwin or something up north Michigan. You know, but I got love for all these guys, man. We got so much talent in the mitten. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
We're fucking shit up.
I know you're tapped into like a lot of the other, I would say like maybe subcultures where like, you know, Ypsilanti.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Bruiser Wolf. Shout out Bruiser Wolf, man.
Yeah.
I fuck with Bruiser Wolf too.
He's the guy.
Go ahead.
No
I'm
doubt.
sorry. Yeah.
No, we got all these like subcultures going on, right? With Ypsi, like even Lansing has a hip hop scene, Saginaw.
Yeah.
Flint, you know, like almost just as big as Detroit right now.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
So are you really like, that's kind of what I love about Michigan hip hop too, is like everywhere has their own regional distinctions, man. Is that something that you're like kind of, I'm sure you are because you know John and Astray and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Into those scenes.
You know, I definitely paid all my dues in the city of Detroit, man. I consider myself, you know, a Detroit MC. I think that's just where I got all my stripes, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I'm tapped in with everybody, but I definitely think I want to be one of the guys that highlight the city of Detroit as the hot spot for MCs, man, and just legendary shit. You know what I mean? Put the spotlight over here, man. Y'all had your shine, man. Bring it over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna help that movement.
For sure. And, you know, speaking of that, man, I mean, what are your long-term goals with your artistry?
Yeah, man. So I've done, at this point, I've done 6 national tours, which I'm blessed to be a part of. But I want to get to a point where I can headline tours overseas even and pack that bitch wall to wall. Like, I'm really trying to, you know what I mean? I don't want to be the other guy on the tour anymore. You know, I'm trying to build myself up to be like, yeah, Hatch Wise-Guy's coming to town. Oh shit, word? And then I want to be on these international flights doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's really the goal. I have not toured overseas yet. So that's really like one of my next goals, man. I'm just trying to grab those live show bags real quick, you know?
Yeah, no doubt.
Pause?
Yeah. Any kind of dream collaboration? I know, like, I'm looking at your new album, man. It feels like you got a ton of dream collaborations, but I'm sure you have some more that you would like to get.
Yeah, man. There's a lot. Like I said, man. I would love to work with Royce. You know, I mean, shit. I think it would be a very long shot in the darkest darkness, but of course I would work with M. If we're talking Michigan MCs, of course, I fuck with Boldy too. But really, man, my favorite rapper of all time is Nas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
God, to get Nas or even AZ on a record would mean a lot to me, man. That would be insane. I just really. I got so much admiration for those guys. But I'll tell you what, any of the legends, man, I'm a guy who looks up to the legends. A lot of them are gone now, the Big Puns, Biggies, the Pacs, things like that. But yeah, man, anybody that's really a legend out here, I'm trying to brush shoulders with, man. I'm not too picky when it comes to that. I'm trying to work with whoever, man. You know, let's get it, man. My door's open.
Yeah. No, I mean, Nas is a really good, because, like, he's one legend who, like, he started out, like, straight up goated.
Man.
And, like, he was on, like, a new album that dropped yesterday, and I'm like,
word.
Oh, the Mobb Deep album.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's on a track on that, and it's like, like, bro, that he had the best verse on the album.
Man, Nas is so fucking sweet, bro. That's probably my dream collab, I think, Nas, because he has, like, you see, like, 2K, right? And the player has, like, different, in different columns or whatever, like, how, I think he's got the highest score in the most categories. And especially the things I look up to, like, lyricist, yes, high lyricism. Storytelling, one of the best storytellers, if not the, in the game. He can pull off the tough shit. He can pull off the fly shit. The motherfucker got fashion game. His business investment portfolio is outrageous. These are things that I personally look up to. I'm like, Nas is the fucking man, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's battle tested. You know what I mean? It's just like, what can you say about Nas, man? When you think of real hip hop, you think Nas.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And he's took it to the highest heights. He's got hits and he's got underground classics. He has 5 mics on his, you know what I mean? Like, he's the shit, man. Fucking shout out Nas, man. Nasty Nas, Esco.
Of course, of course.
What up, man?
And how do you say your career has changed over the years?
That's a great one, man. Man, I definitely in these last 2 years, everything has elevated for me, man. Things that I was frustrated not being able to kind of open doors to certain opportunities before now are kind of a regular thing for me. Like every song I've dropped in the last couple years has been on the radio. From XM to FM, you know, Shade 4-5, a lot of rotation. Shout out to all my people at Shade. You know what I mean? So that's like something that I'm like, okay, like I'm at that point now. It's like, okay, we're doing tours. Okay, we're on tour. You know, the show bags have gotten bigger, man. We're headlining festivals now. We're not the 12th guy on the festival now. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, just the features are bigger, the production and the producers are bigger, the videos are better. Shout out my man, Shoot Alexander, man. I've been doing some work with him. He's goated too in the film world.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just the quality of everything has gone up. And I mean, I think if you've been watching me for a long time, it's a noticeable level up in these last couple years for me, man. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Of course. I love it. Yeah. And I know you had a bar about Mario Kart, right? So yeah, for sure. So, you know, specifically what Mario Kart were you talking about?
First of all, man, Nintendo 64 Mario Kart.
Okay.
I challenge anybody watching this. I will fuck you up in some Mario Kart. And I'm using Wario. That's my character.
Nasty.
That's my shit right there. Definitely was a GoldenEye fan. 007. I actually met Pierce Brosnan once at the airport. That was kind of cool.
That's crazy.
What else? Shit. I mean, I was on Smash Bros.
That's my jam.
There's a game called Turok that I used to fuck with.
You
fuck with Turok?
The one of like the raptor and stuff on the cover?
Bro,
That's
Turok
crazy.
was the shit. Turok,
That's
man.
Crazy.
I used to fuck with Duke Nukem too, if you know that one.
yeah.
Duke Nukem, that was kind of cool, man. But yeah, definitely Mario Kart GoldenEye heavy. Heavy. That's man.
That's tight. More so the classics than the recent ones.
Yeah, I mean the reason Mario Kart's cool, it's complicated, you know, but I'm like, you know, I don't have as much confidence maybe in that, but OG Mario Kart, I'm fucking
that's your jam, man.
Yeah, man. Taking all bets.
Who's your Smash guy?
I don't have a loyalty in Smash Bros, to be honest with you. I didn't play that one as much. Because that was like a game my cousin had. So I only got to play that when he'd come through. I didn't own that game, but yeah, man, we used to jam out, man. I don't have a guy, but Mario and Luigi, I feel like I used a lot though.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And I also know you got, you know, battle rap legend Marv 1 on you know, your album.
Yes, sir.
And you have a background in battle rap as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, how has your battle rap history influenced your current artistry?
Man, I think battle rap helped me so much just in life. It helped me grow thick skin, first of all.
Yeah.
You cannot offend me, bro. Like, people are like, you see people online saying shit, I'm like, bro, I've heard much worse from much better people that had a microphone in front of a crowd and made it rhyme on national television. And that didn't hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, it definitely helps with, like, you know, I don't have any stage fright, anything like that. And I think it helped me become a better lyricist because I know how to control a crowd and what's going to get a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm writing bars, I'm like, oh, people are going to bug out when I say this.
Yeah.
You know, and I think battle rap leans on that.
It's all about the reactions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that has definitely helped shape me as an artist. Some of my songs, I'm rapping like I'm in a battle on the song. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope to link with Marv, man. That was a long time coming too. He was cool enough to let me on that song, man. He made the beat and everything, and
oh, wow.
he did the hook, you know what I'm saying, and invited me on the track, and we ended up putting it on my project. So that was a blessing, man. Much love to Marv for that. Yeah, man. Got a lot of love for the battle rappers.
Mega cool.
Big battle rap fan. Yeah, man.
You know, I'm curious, when you were battle rapping, what do you think is like the best diss someone's like done on you, where even you're like, oh shit?
I've heard some pretty dope Hatch name flips that were pretty good. I'll be honest though, man, I don't think I've ever lost a battle for real. Like, so I don't think anybody really got me like that. Even if, I don't know, that's my opinion. Then maybe that's the competitor in me, but I get all the 8 Mile Eminem B-Rabbit shit all the time.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because I'm expecting it. So I already got the rebuttal in the bag.
Which is hilarious because that's like literally what happens at 8 Mile too.
Facts. It's like you're stepping in the trap with that one. You think it's an aha moment. Eminem. Blah, blah, blah. That's the most cliche shit you could say, bro. Don't do that. You gotta come. I mean, shit, man. You gotta get creative with that. So yeah, man. I don't know about the best bars, but like when I was on 106 in Park, you know, I was the Freestyle Friday champion, and almost every person said Eminem, Stan, 8 Mile. I'm like, haven't you learned from the last episode, man? I'm smashing you off that. Pause. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Mason Cam got me on this pause shit, man. Got me thinking twice about everything I say, man.
That's crazy.
Bastards.
Love it. And, you know, on your album as well, you know, you mentioned the, you know, the passing of your father, and, you know, my condolences to you to
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace.
And, you know, what has been his impact towards you, and you know, I guess how has it, you know, shaped your you know, your life as well?
Ooh, man, my dad and I were close, man, and you know, he passed some years back, but his music taste definitely wore on me. He wasn't a hip hop guy like that. He had some rap songs he liked, but he was more on like the Marvin Gaye, Al Green tip. So I got to experience a lot of like really dope classic, even like Motown type shit, you know, growing up, thanks to him. And you know, he wasn't, I'll put it this way, if he could have had it his way, I don't think he would have chose me to be a rapper or be in the music world. But one of probably my favorite memories, man, was like him when I was on BET battling. He got excited and he invited a lot of people to his house to watch the episode, and I was there. We would shoot, it was Freestyle Friday, but we shoot on Wednesday, so by the time Friday came, I could get home and watch the episode live. So we watched one of the episodes at his house, and it was like I could tell he was proud of me. I remember the look on his face. I'm like, killing it. I'm saying these punchlines, the crowd's going crazy, and I look over at my dad, and I'll never forget the look on his face. It was like, man, like he really did it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like this might not have been but it worked out. Like he's actually succeeding in this, you know? And I knew I made my dad proud in that moment. And he was kind of a tough guy to crack, you know? It was hard to make him laugh. It was hard to get him to be proud. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that meant a lot to me, man. And that always sticks out in my head, man. Rest in peace, Dad.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm glad he's had that impact on you, and you know, you have those.
Yeah,
awesome
man.
memories.
That was my hero, man. Still to this day. I still hear his voice in my head, man. Slow down. When you go too fast, you make mistakes. Every time I fuck something up going too fast, I hear his voice. I'm like, all right, Dad, I got you.
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
Man. Pops was the shit.
Of course.
Legend, big legend.
Of course. And you know, you've always, you know, even outside of this album, you know, been a very like lyrical artist, right? And where does your writing process come from?
Man, as far as like music is concerned, my process always revolves around the beat. You know, and I've been really spoiled to be able to work with some of the best producers too, man, from Blizzard, Foulmouth, just to name a couple, Grimy Chops, you know, a lot of really dope boom bap artists right now, producers right now. The mood of the beat, I see colors when I hear music, and I feel moods. Like you could play something, I'll be like, oh, that song's about a breakup with a girl. That I can hear it right now. Or oh, this song, oh, that's when you get angry and you want to punch someone in the face. You get on that beat and you talk about that. So it's definitely the mood of the beat. And so I figure that out, and then I start kind of getting my cadences. I start mumbling. I start hearing the pockets. I'm like, I'm gonna rhyme at these parts, and you know, and the words start coming, and you know, sometimes I write a verse backwards. Like I put, I'll have, oh, this is the ending bar for sure. Boom, 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 and then I'll write, oh, this is the middle. I don't always do it. You know, it's not. I think the word, it's not linear. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't do it in order always. Sometimes I know exactly what the end is going to be first. You know, and then of course I try to check the boxes. So it's like if this topic is about, you know, XYZ, I might go on the paper in the margin and go, okay, I need to bring this point up, and this point up. And I'll make sure I check all the boxes in the verse. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's none of those. Sometimes I hear the beat and I immediately pick up the pen and it just flows and I just go in succession. It's always different, but theoretically it's always the mood of the beat first. You know what I mean? That's what it is for me anyway.
That's tight. Yeah, no, I can see that for sure in your style, no doubt.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, and you know, Hatch, we're getting pretty close to wrapping up the interview now.
Definitely.
And you know, I was wondering if you had any kind of message for any aspiring you know, artists out there. Yeah,
man. Geez, I got a lot out there, man. If you're new to the game, some things I wish people would have told me in the beginning. I'll give you a few right now. Number one, this shit is never gonna be a smooth ride. It is going to be a rocky road. I don't care if you're Drake or if you're just started rapping yesterday. It's, you know, just that's to be expected, man. You're gonna have beefs with people. There's gonna be gatekeeping, politics. You're gonna fall out with people. You're gonna have to sacrifice things with family. You know, your girl's gonna be mad at you at some point for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have competition. It's always gonna be a bumpy road, man. That's one. Two, try not to take things personal. It's a business. Some people ain't gonna want to fuck with you for whatever reason. They might not even have a reason. They might just not fuck with your energy. You can't take things personal, man. I made that mistake a lot in the beginning. Number three, this is a gem right here. Talent doesn't necessarily equal value. I don't care how nice you are. There's a rapper worse than you that has way more notoriety, way more following, way more better show, whatever. You don't necessarily outrank the worst rapper just because you're nice.
Yep.
I know a lot of really, really incredible writers, but they got no motion. And in this business, that doesn't equal value for real. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be the I can out rap him. Yeah, but you ain't him. He's doing a tour and you in the basement, you know? So it's like, that's something I had to humble myself on in the beginning. And I'll leave you with one more, man.
Yeah.
Artists, get your money up. You need the money. Don't just quit your job and to be a full-time artist. Everything costs. Everything costs. It's a pay-to-play industry. Everybody gets paid before you. You pay for the beat. You pay for the studio time. You pay for the cover. You pay for the mix and master. You pay for the video. Then you run ads. You pay for that. You know, depending on who you are, you might be paying for features or paying to get on shows. Everything's pay until you get solidified. So get your money up. Don't just quit your day job. You need to have a stream of income to support your career, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And once you get some steam, keep it going. And then, you know, I'm gonna add one more too. If you really know in your heart that you're that guy, like you really know you're the one, like you really know it, keep the faith. I can't tell you how many times I almost quit rapping when things weren't going my way, and I stuck it out, and I stayed in the game, and great things happen afterward. Every time I wanted to quit, something great happened after I didn't quit. You know, and now I'm at a point where I'm like, thank God I didn't quit. Because I'd be looking back at my life, you know, as an old man going, oh, what if? You know what I'm saying? So, but I have the utmost faith in myself, man. And I know, I say this confidently, I know I'm that guy. And I know I'm built for this shit, you know, and I know that I have more than one component it takes to make it in this game. So, you know, keep the faith, man. Don't give up.
Love it, guys. Well, you know, Hatch, thank you so much for coming on, my guy.
Appreciate
for
you,
sure.
bro. Always.
And we got, you know, Dirt and Diamonds coming out in November.
Dirt and Diamonds.
Yes, let's go. It's a banger.
Sir.
So be sure to check it out, and all of Hatch's links will be down in the description below.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on again, guys.
Appreciate you, man. One love.
Yep. Peace.